Welcome!
Yeah.
Bleh. Well,
Chica, yeah.
we're not sure where Wilson is, so what we're gonna do...
Are you going to put a picture of him in this spot?
So I'm gonna put a picture of him. He's gonna show, right?
I hope so. He's so tired.
There, he's all tuckered out.
You take a nap. You take a nap, Wilson.
It's like he's there in spirit and in picture. Hooray!
It's like he never left.
It's like he never left. See, it's at moments like this, I wish I had, like, constant sound clips of you all. So I just play it. Just play it.
It's like right in the middle of it. Be like, I see what you did there.
Yeah, dude, I should clip the. I see what you did there.
That.
I see what you did
You
there.
should do that. You should do that. That'd be good.
That'd
be good
for future use, I guess. For future use. Yeah, we're just some loud mofo's apparently.
Well, you know, here at Rage You Nerds, we do get a little heated talking about terrorists and bombs and all the other things our FBI agent loves to hear about.
Hey, speaking of terrorism and bombs, FBI agent that's just now tuning in, or the NSA, or Amazon, or Facebook, or the Winklevoss twins, or Russia and the Face app, or China, or North Korea, or whomever, I don't know, whoever watches our crap. Literally everyone watches our crap. Literally everything that we do currently basically is just a way of tracking us. This is probably tracking us right now, live from my closet. So they know that my center of activity is a closet. Closets. Well, anyways, welcome, Special Agent so-and-so, Special Agent Kyle Karen. And what I would like to say is if you're just now tuning in for the first time, Special Agent Kyle Karen, we are on a platform called Twitch. Twitch and Amazon have been partnered together, and by partnered together, I mean Amazon spent a lot of money to purchase Twitch. What that means is that if you have Amazon Prime, which literally half the world does, you can use your Amazon Prime, link it up to your Twitch account, which you can make for free, and then you'll have Twitch Prime. But Chris, or Mr. Cack, what does Twitch Prime mean? Reno says to him, because we didn't plan this. We'll do better next time. But say it, Reno. Say, but Mr. Cack, what does Twitch Prime mean?
But Mr. Cack, what's Twitch Prime?
Reno, you ignorant asshole. What Twitch Prime is...
You're so kind.
It comes with a bunch of perks for games and what have you, but the biggest perk of them all is that without paying any additional money, you get access to one free subscription. So you can subscribe to one of your favorite or the person that you're currently watching that's telling you about this on a podcast called Rage You Nerds. You can use that subscription on them for free. And you get a month of this subscription where you have access to our wonderful emotes, which right now, because we don't have enough subscriptions, is only one. And it's our initials. So Rin, you can Rin. If you want to win, you need the Rin. Touchdown.
And we need Doink to be an emote, so
yeah,
make it happen.
Give us more subs and we can make an adorable dog an emote. You, right now, watching this, whenever you're watching this, whatever platform, whether you're listening to this on Spotify, which we are now on because iTunes is garbage turds, or you're listening to this or watching this on YouTube, or for whatever weird reason you came and watched a VOD of ours. That's a video on demand for those of you that are old.
Oh, snap.
So our parents, if our parents are watching.
I highly doubt that.
I do too. But
point.
Yes, but what all this fucking bullshittery means is you help us out and you do it for free if you don't consider the fact that you're paying for Amazon Prime, which no one does because you get the free 2-day shipping. That's all we care about.
It's everything.
So yeah, use your stuff on this. Use your stuff on our stuff, and everyone wins. But you know who loses? You know who loses? Terrorist.
And their bombs.
What you gonna do, America, and or any place that doesn't support terrorism? Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Bingo bango.
The most. I mean, I didn't want to take a stand and be the most controversial Twitch platformer. I didn't.
But here we are.
But here we are. We at
Cross
Rage
that
You
bridge.
Nerds are taking a stand against terrorism. Isn't that right, Wilson? I see what you did there.
I see what you did there.
Man, I really wish I would have clipped that. I really wish I'd have clipped that. Well, okay. So, these are things.
Neat.
Yeah, neat. So, so what we're gonna do, Reno? What we were gonna do, and we've got some time to vamp. I feel like we make it to the 10 o'clock ish hour. We make it about 9:45, and then we start doing our rankings. That gives us a chance to allow our viewers to come in because we were a little late. And by we, I mean me. We're a little late on getting our Twitter and Facebook stuff out there. And it gives us a little bit of extra time for our friendly neighborhood Wilson to show up.
Agreed.
Go Team Wilson. That's what we want.
You mean for him to wake up because he's currently asleep?
Shh.
Don't wake him up.
Don't. Shh. So, I guess if we're gonna run down things, I know you're not a big wrestling fan, Reno, but tonight they did they're doing a Raw reunion show, which means that Stone Cold Steve Austin is on the show.
Oh snap!
John Cena was on the show. A couple of the women wrestlers, which I'm not even going to say their names, because outside of maybe Trish Stratus, I don't think you know any female wrestler. Yeah. And you probably don't even know who Trish Stratus is, honestly.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
Trish Stratus and there was another one started with an S when I was younger, but I don't remember her name.
Bleh. I can't think of who the S would be. It'll come to me. But yeah, so really the big one was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Booker T was on there from Harlem Heat. He did the which Brett, our friend Brett loved to do when we were younger and all of us were in the wrestling phase. And the spinneroonie, which none of us could do, but you could lay down on the ground while one of your friends grabbed your feet and spun you around.
Spun you around.
Yeah. But yeah,
for sure that took place in Coach Haney's first hour workout class a time or two.
But yeah, so I mean, they've got all these old wrestlers coming in. Who does this benefit? Like, do you think anyone under our age cares about Stone Cold Steve Austin? Because really, when we were hitting adulthood, Stone Cold Steve Austin was phasing out of wrestling.
Yeah.
So like,
and he was phasing out, and like John Cena was really coming onto the scene.
Yeah, but so what this is a ratings grab, which is so sad because there's not crap going on tonight. Like later on in the year, they compete with Monday Night Football. During I guess earlier in the year, they compete with some football as well. But really, like right now, there's not crap going on. They compete with the NBA every now and then in like the spring to early summer. But like, what sporting thing is happening today that you care about? There's a baseball game on. Who gives a crap?
Nobody cares about baseball until October anyway.
There's a million baseball games. Like what do you do with that? But yeah, so it's really weird that they have to do that. But they're doing shitty, man. TNT is getting professional wrestling back. It won't be WCW. It'll be AEW. That stands for All Elite Wrestling. Would you tune into TNT wrestling? No.
Meh.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
There'd have to be something that would pull my attention, and I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. I'm gonna watch it just because I am a consumer of a lot of media, and that's what I do. I consume. But yeah, so I mean,
Isn't that right, Wilson?
in that right way, I see what you did there. Yeah, I mean, you do see what I did there because I did it. I done did it.
Exactly. Done did dang do deep dab dib.
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. When does Borderlands 3 come out?
September.
Ooh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so Borderlands 3 is coming out. Um, we're excited for that, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
please. Muy bueno.
Dude, there's like no movies coming on between now and
Dude, there's not.
like the next big movie I want to see is It Chapter 2.
like I feel like this is a good time of the year to like I need to do this anyway. Like Shazam, I haven't watched that yet. I haven't watched Aquaman yet. So like there's a good opportunity here to get those under my belt. But there's not really much anything I want to just
Yeah. I've been flip flopping because I haven't been actively trying to find Shazam or anything. But I want to watch it. But I keep flip flopping of do I want to watch it or just screw it? I'm gonna Wikipedia page it. I'm just gonna read the plot summary. Sometimes that sustains me. Weird as it is, sometimes I can just read plot summaries. I'm like, all right, I'm informed. That's all I
yeah,
needed. I'm good to go.
yeah.
No more information is needed for me. But I really, I think you're right. I think we're in a down phase right now that I should just knuckle up and buy or rent the DVD and just get it out of my system and watch that stuff now.
Yeah.
But yeah. But we're in like
Yeah.
we're in. I don't care what anyone says about comic book fatigue. We are now in a state where I am comic book deprived.
Yeah.
Like where are my comic book?
We have a
movies?
long time before we get some more comic book stuff.
I need my caped heroes. Have you seen the thing that Amazon has been advertising for, The Boys?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so the premise is it is a world where superheroes exist.
Oh yeah, I did see this. Yeah.
And it's a group of like mercenary type figures that are hired to kind of come in and enforce, good behavior from the superheroes when they start acting out, which is a very interesting idea for a show. I'm kind of interested to give it a watch. I mean, again, it's going to be on Amazon Prime, so if you're currently watching, you'll have access to watch that if you have Amazon Prime. And if you have Amazon Prime, you have access to Twitch Prime. You should link up your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account. Super easy, not all that hard. And then you should subscribe. Use your one free subscription per month to whatever streamer currently is, streaming and told you about this opportunity. So us.
Isn't that right, Wilson?
I see what you did there.
Oh,
He's so good. He's so good. So
Wilson always knows right when to chime in.
He does. He does. I want to give him a pet. What I'm gonna do is if we miss him at another point, I'm just gonna I'm gonna cut him out. I'm gonna put Doink there. We'll have Doink.
I like it.
We'll have a Doink box. But
The Doink box.
the old Doink box. But yeah, I think it's an interesting idea. I think it's really funny, or not maybe funny, but interesting that the hero group that it looks like they'll be kind of being the main focus of their attitude adjustments is essentially a group that parodies the Justice League, where they have a Superman type character, they have a clear Wonder Woman type character because she does like the whole Wonder Woman breakthrough pose in the trailer, and they have a guy that looks very much like Aquaman. And they have a dolphin, so I assume that's probably him or something related to his power. So I am interested to just kind of see if it's going to be more of a dark humor, because it's got to be humorous, right?
Yeah, it's got to have some kind of humor to it. Maybe like a silly humor, like
Yeah, and the
making fun of the whole thing, or maybe like sadistic way of making fun of it. I don't know.
yeah, I feel like the new stuff to do, since we're in superhero fatigue, is to parody, to do something alternative, while also still tapping into the very still vibrant hero market. So this can be marketed to both sides of that coin of, hey, do you like superheroes? Come watch this. Or hey, Are you tired of superheroes? Well, come watch us, you know,
Make fun of them or whatever.
potentially kill them, torture
Yeah.
them, shoot them. It is.
Beat the ever loving crap out of them.
Yeah, it's like rooting. It's gonna be like rooting for the humans that are always plotting against the X-Men. It's like, oh yeah, go humans, take down those super people, get them. But I mean, they're gonna do.
Good luck with that.
But they're gonna do bad thing. We're gonna see the worst side of heroes, which is always an interesting take. I mean, we recently had Brightburn, which was the what if Superman was bad.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It'd be interesting. I hope it's funny. I'll give it a watch. I'll watch the first episode, and if it doesn't hook me there, I think Amazon Prime. The only thing I don't like about how Amazon Prime does their TV series is they don't do a full release binge model like Netflix. They do it
Where you can just consume it all at once, like
Yeah.
it's
I believe
spaced out.
I believe they do it more like weekly episodic, which is a bad idea to do if you're a streaming platform. I feel like.
Yeah. Like it's okay for HBO to do that with like Game of Thrones or something like that. But if you're a streaming deal, just shotgun that stuff, man. Just there you go.
Yeah, I mean with
Hate it or love it right here.
with HBO, it made sense because the main format it was going out to was the TV channel, so you had to appease that audience. Amazon Prime doesn't have a TV channel, so there really isn't an audience to appease that way. You have an online format. Just give us all the episodes, which it'll be interesting because
That's part of what made Netflix popular is
Yeah.
the fact that you could just binge it all right then and there.
I mean, it's good and bad, but since there's no real metrics, like what are the metrics? Like TV metrics is the Nielsen ratings. You measure it by who's watching in a household by some stupid statistics. Who knows
How
who
many
the,
Jane Michael Vincents are in District 13?
Yeah, I mean, but like it's such an outdated way of trying to figure out what's popular right now because a lot of shows that I stick with, and I know I'm not alone in this, go to a DVR first because I ain't got damn time to watch it.
Yeah.
Now I know we're on the back end of like the prime target demographic everyone's looking for, which is the males 18 to 34. So we're getting close to being aged out of that. So maybe that's why they don't care about me watching stuff on DVR. But I feel like we're at a consume at your pace era of content. Like it sucks that there are shows I really like that I have to wait. And it's a double-edged sword because granted, I don't want to wait for it, but I'll burn through binging and I'll be like, well shit, now I have to wait a whole year.
Now what? What where's more? I want more.
Yeah, so I am definitely a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of person in this argument. But I really don't see the point of doing a weekly episodic if your only platform is an online streaming type service.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah. So
I agree with you there.
what are you getting, the Disney Plus or the DC app?
Oh yeah,
The DC
Disney
Universe
Plus
app?
and a half, man. I don't know about the DC. I'm definitely getting the Disney though, simply because of all the Star Wars content that's going to be coming out on it. And then on top of that, they're also releasing Winter Soldier Falcon on it as well, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. So
Yep. It'll get that. It'll get Loki. It'll get
Yeah. What If and
What If. It'll get WandaVision. Yep.
see, it's already got the Mandalorian and Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the animated series. So that those two right there are enough to hook me. But now you've got, all this Marvel content that's going to be coming out on it too. So
I feel like the one thing we don't talk about, or that we haven't really talked about, is the Legend of the Ten Rings.
yeah, so that has really intrigued me. Like, because I didn't know what it was. Like it said Shang-Chi, and I'm like, I think I've heard that or read that somewhere before, but like I never really like knew anything about it or heard anything about it. So after that came out, like I got to watching some info videos on them. Like actually seems pretty interesting. I'm excited to watch it.
See, I said the Legend of the Ten Rings, and you go for a completely different thing. Legend of the Ten Rings is about the Mandarin.
Oh yeah, that too.
You dummy,
No, I
you
did know that because they were talking
dummy.
about that little teaser video that you sent us
But
a
that
while back.
teaser video was like from 2011, 20.
Yeah,
Like it literally,
yeah.
it came out with the home release of Iron Man 3, 2, 3, 2,
Three.
3, 2.
Three. It had to be three because the Mandarin happened in three. It
Mandarin
didn't
happened
happen.
3. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Wait, Hammer was also in the third one?
Who?
No, he was in the second one.
Hammer was in the second one
Yeah, because he's
with
the one that gave the
Whiplash.
tech to Whiplash. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then Mandarin was the third because he has like his whole mental breakdown throughout the
Yep.
entire
You're right
show.
because who was it? What's his name?
That white guy who was crippled.
Yeah, what was his name?
I don't know his name,
I don't even remember the actor's name.
but he was supposed to be the Mandarin, and everybody got
Oh,
mad about that. But and I would be totally okay with it if it ends up that Ben Kingsley's character ends up being the Mandarin. I'm cool with that.
it'd be so weird though. Like
It is weird.
how would that happen? No,
Maybe he was just
there is a
playing
Mandarin
a
and he's got to
different
be a
game. I don't know.
badass. So the really interesting thing to me about all of this is those series for Disney Plus were listed with the release of Phase 4. So this is either just they no longer care about the phases all that much and the phase is taken on a different meaning, or these series should technically, in a sense, have something to do with a grander story playing out. Because in the
Yeah,
past, all the phases have been the movies.
yeah.
So I feel like, and there's been TV
Now that
shows.
they're included TV and everything else into it, it's
Yeah, and
it's different.
it's not that they're including TV because the MCU or not the MCU. What's it called? Marvel's Agents of Shield, Marvel's
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger, all that stuff hasn't ever, I don't think, been released when they released their phase content. So this
Mhm.
Disney Plus stuff sounds like, and it makes sense with WandaVision already being teased that it's going because Wanda's going to be in uh, Doctor Strange too. That the WandaVision thing is going to be linked pretty closely to it. Also, the Loki story, it's already been, I think, semi-confirmed or confirmed that this is going to be the Loki that escapes at the near end
Yeah,
of Endgame.
yeah.
So I'll be very interested, like if
From the other timeline or whatever.
if all of these stories in some capacity, whether it's a grander scale thing, which I mean they've got to be, right? I hope. That'd be interesting because then you have one, it's a really good business move, really shitty move of saying you need to purchase Disney Plus to see how the full story plays out. Um, and that's bullcrap. That's actually a lie. You don't need to do that because for all of what Infinity War and Endgame was hyped up to, you didn't need to watch all of the MCU to get to that point. You really just kind of needed to watch maybe Iron Man 1, but realistically the Russo brothers said watch Civil War, watch watch Civil War, well, pretty much watch Civil War. Like just watch Civil War.
It's really all you need.
Yeah. So, yeah, bleh. But I am very interested because I think it's a really neat concept and it's a very smart business move to make to get people to start plugging into your stream is if your content on your stream for the Marvel side actually impacts the grander universe that's being built. Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would react to big things that happened. So, like on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., when the New York City attack happened, they made reference to that in the season. The coolest thing that Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did is in the second season when people were starting to really shit on the show, or it might have been at the second half of the first season. Anyways, there's a point where people were like, this show isn't all that great. And then Captain America Civil War came out. And then on the show that came out, like the very next episode of the show after Civil War came out, all of a sudden, characters on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. started revealing themselves as Hydra because they were reacting to being exposed via Captain America, which was a really cool thing that happened. But then outside of that, they started to kind of remove themselves further away from this show really even reacting to what was going on with the movie universe, which is kind of what sold me on the Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to begin with.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm really curious as to how they're going to release it too. Like we were talking about with Amazon Prime and how Netflix did it. Like, are they going to shotgun blast it? Or is this going to be a weekly thing? I'm sure it's going to be a weekly thing.
They're going to do it weekly. They're going to do
Yeah.
weekly. I think DC, the DC Universe one is also doing weekly. I think that's what people are going to do. It'll make more sense as things go on. He's not permafroze. He's
taking a nap.
He's
sleeping. Don't wake him. Shh.
He's
Isn't that right, Wilson?
He's
I see what you did there. Good one, Wilson.
Sophie, what it really is I was just too lazy to change the background on the Mine and Reno only scene, so I just added Wilson into this so that way I could just leave the screen as is. Because it takes effort to add a background, and I even put this little fun Venom symbol right there, and I just didn't want to repeat the effort. I'm lazy.
He's pooping. He's honestly probably if he's pooping, it's got to be one of the worst poops in the history of ever.
He's busting grumps.
He's busting grumps so bad that he might be dead on a toilet or something.
He's cracking rats. I love calling it cracking rats. I heard that on Impractical Jokers, and it made it like crack Stephanie's shit up. Like she was dying laughing over this, and so like me and her refer to it as cracking rats now. And she said it to her parents, and her parents
Did you crack a rat?
Her parents are like, "What does that even mean? Like, no one says that." I'm like, "Your parents are wrong. Your parents don't know. Rats are being cracked every which way. Cracking rats and ripping ass.
Busting grumps.
Busting grumps. Stepping on a bullfrog. You know, all that fart stuff.
The huge.
We're a very highbrow form of comedy entertainment here at Rage You Nerds. Is the end. Goodbye.
Good night.
Click the like. Click the follows and the likes. Click them now. Click now.
Bye.
Click.